Hi and welcome back to Pure. This is Irina. Today I have a very special topic again, and it's about the only job that you have is to raise in consciousness levels. So that was one of my recent downloads. And that's something that really makes sense. Because you don't actually need to work for anyone if you don't feel like. You don't actually need to sell your soul. You don't actually need to invest in things that take away from you. You don't actually need to do that. All you need to do is to take care of yourself. All you need to do is to stay calm in the eye of the storm, because that's what the light workers are being asked to do right now, is just to find your inner center and stay calm no matter what. Live life with your inner peace intact, because when you're flowing through life in that state, you are unshakable and no one can touch you. There will be so many distractions, there will be so many people, consciously or unconsciously, or whether they intentionally or not intentionally, they want to take the power away from you or put you in a state of fear, out of your equilibrium. It doesn't matter. You need to be the one who returns to your sacred state, to your sacred flame, to the state from where you are aligned with you. And that's all you need to do, really. Because when you are aligned, when you are at one with yourself, that's when everything happens naturally. That's when the flow, the river, your life, your energy is flowing naturally. That's when you know what to do and you go for it, you do it. That's when your stream is clear. When you live life through the state of that equilibrium. When you do the work, do the inner work, when you raise your consciousness, when you raise your mind, when you evolve, and doing that conscious decision to evolve, that's when the real things start to happen. And that's when you may be asked to get rid of a lot of different things in your life. That's when you may be asked to travel, as in mentally travel, to the higher state of consciousness, to a different perspective on everything, to a deeper sense of compassion and empathy towards yourself and others. And that's the only thing that you need to do. You don't need to do anything in this life. When you're in that balanced state, you automatically do everything that has to be done, and you don't think about 500 things up ahead of you. You focus your energy here in the present moment, and that's the only thing that you invest your time in. And if anything tries to take you out of your equilibrium, you don't allow it into your space. There is no way that it can penetrate your field. But also, one thing I want to mention in this video, the higher in the consciousness you become, the more light you bring in, the more shadow will be drawn to you, the more shadow will be drawn into your life. in whatever shape or form that manifests, you will probably, most likely, you will just see the shadow of this world really clearly with your eyes every day. And it will be super difficult to stay in your balanced state because you see everything. Because you wake up and you see and you feel everything. And you don't need, not always you need eyes to see. And that's when, that's just the fact, that's what it is. Unfortunately, that's how it is on Earth right now. But the only job you have is to raise your consciousness level. When you do, you become a master manifestor as well, and those you become aligned with your real desires. So not because my ego wants this, not because I want to impress someone, not because of these shallow reasons, but because your soul craves for it. No matter what it is, you become really aligned with your soul and you start living your life from your soul, from your heart, not from the place of instant gratification as well. You become more patient with the process and you become actually someone who enjoys the process, who is living from their heart. So this person is feeling every day, feeling it through. And that heart energy is the most powerful frequency that manifests things in your reality. So manifest things from the heart, not from a place of lack, not from a place of fear. Don't do the same old because the whole world tells you to do that. Do something that your heart tells you to do. And if your heart tells you to rest and switch off everything, then do that. Follow your heart and see that's just the only way forward. Or either do that, either get lost in a sea of fear, anxiety, lack, limited patterns, not seeing the way out, always doing the same old, feeding the devil. Instead, take that devil, see it clearly with your eyes, and bounce off of it. So you're like, that's not for me. I'm not supposed to be miserable. I'm not supposed to be limited. I'm supposed to be evolving. I'm supposed to be growing in every way. And if my evolution and my path is way too intense for you, then what can I do? We're just different people, right? With different values, with different soul plan. And if you watch up to this point, then I guess you are the person who is aligned or wants to be aligned with their soul plan. So why not follow it? Why not trust the higher consciousness, the higher intelligence, all of your worries? Why not just let it all out? Because most of the restrictions, most of the limiting beliefs that we have and put on ourselves is just projection of our own mind, fear that we have, or unintentional. Because how can it happen? Because I don't know how it's gonna happen. But you just surrender and trust. Every moment you do that, you trust your soul. You trust that if we're talking about money, then, and money and love is the same thing as the energy, and it's never separate from you. So do what you have to do with that information. But me personally, I do not intend to live in fear. I do not intend to feed the devil. I do not intend to sell my soul. I want to live a happy, joyful, balanced life, free from illusions. And I also want to add, the last thing I want to add in this video is, when you do that, when you raise in consciousness levels, things start to happen for you, and you actually start working less for the things that you want to see. And even if you are like, oh my god, I'm such a productive person, I love getting the job done, I love seeing the results of my hard work, I love putting in everyday effort, and this is amazing, this is wonderful. But a lot of the times you will be, when you become 5D, when you are in the new earth energy, you work with something unreal, and this energy is very intense on your body, on your energy level. So when you channel that energy into something, it's like it's a lot. And just this new age is like, we can work less, much less than prior people have been working, or how much is expected from you, or how much you expect from yourself. We can work a lot less, but the results are faster, and they're more terrific, and they're more aligned. It's like spirit is like, you don't have to chase anything, you don't have to worry about it too much. You just flow with it, and pouring love into it is enough. That's when you realize, and when you actually see those results, and you're like, but I could have done much more, you know. I could have been grinding, I could have been completely immersing myself in it, but it's like a fountain, or like a glass, and you pour some of your energy there. It's like this, and the spirit, the earth, is like erases it all by its own, and you don't need to work hard. That's the thing of the past. It's gone. It's gone. It's like you put a little bit of that, of your energy somewhere precious, something that is your legacy, and the rest spirit takes care of. This is so amazing. It's like a fertilizer. This energy that we're working in, it's like a universal fertilizer. Just tap into it, feel it, connect to it. And that only happens if you are working on something that is aligned with your heart, with a good intention, with the highest and best good of you and all. So this is something that serves all. It's not just not just serving your ego needs. That is something that is not gonna flourish.